Ashver.com.
Hello and welcome to Ashver.com. You are watching an interesting video on few things that I wish my father would have said to me, Father the Man of Mystery.
Please read the disclaimer carefully.
I always knew that my father wanted more out of life. Though he's a simple man of very few words, his eyes tell a very different story. It's taken nearly 50 years for me to unravel the mystery of who my father is, and I'd say, other than his sister, that I'm the only one who's halfway figured him out. And despite all the darkness and enigmatic secrets that encompass the man underneath, he's still my father. And I love him. But I wish he would have given me more. My father is alive and well, living in solitary confinement with a chip on his shoulder and an immense amount of guilt. He doesn't visit, rarely calls and only places a letter in the mail on special occasions. It's been that way since I was 12. I could go on and tell you all the things that have lured me to the point of writing this article, but it would serve no purpose, other than to keep me trapped in a victimized cage. Instead, I'd like to share a few points of interest that might benefit somebody else's father. Someone who might be more inclined to listen to what I have to say and take my past experiences to heart. So here it is, in all its glory. My message to all fathers. Just a few things that I wish mine had been saying all along. My mother was married twice. Her mother was married twice. And I, shocker, have also been married twice. But if I play my cards right and send the right message to my daughter, I'm hoping that she'll have less trouble finding Mr. Right. My father never taught me about love. In fact, I don't recall him ever even using the word until I was in my late 20s. He never said that true love lies from within, or that I should look for a man of character when I'm ready to settle down. I had to figure that out on my own. When you grow up in a dysfunctional world, filled with labels, judgments and ridicule, it's easy to forget who you are. You get caught up in a moment of wanting to be accepted and stop being true to yourself. Then, after a string of unhealthy relationships, bad decision, and an endless amount of self-doubt, you'll find yourself searching for answers to questions that only one person can give, and that person is you. You can't love anyone until you love yourself. But first, you have to like who you are. Took me a long time to figure that one out. You're going to make mistakes, lots of them, but it doesn't have to be the end of the world. Don't spin your wheels on a car with 4 bald tires, change them and keep driving. I'm really hard on myself, always have been. I'm a perfectionist by gene pool and there's almost no way around it. But I always wonder what life would have been like if my father were to have told me that screwing up can sometimes be the best thing you could do. No one ever congratulates you on making a mistake, but when the person you turn to for guidance gives you nothing but a 20-minute lecture on how you should have done it better, it's awfully hard to recover. And typically, you don't. It would have been nice to have been told that mistakes were just gifts in disguise, that they were given to me as tool to teach me what not to do, instead of mocking me for doing it wrong. The funny thing is, even when I did get it right, he never said a word. My parents never offered to pay for college, much less teach me about financial aid. So when it was time to buckle down and get my act together, I was already in my mid-20s, twirling around town with late-night party mongers and socially unacceptable mavericks like myself, with no intention of ever going back to school. I thought about it the other day and realized that my father never once asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. There was never an emphasis on following your dreams or furthering your education. It was all just a series of meaningless dribble that filled the empty voids in an otherwise monotonous conversation. But somehow, I rose above, uneducated and confused, and landed a job with one of the biggest companies in the world. To this day, he has no idea what I did there or for how long, and I've never understood why. He was just happy I had a job, and I was happy he wasn't disappointed. I wish he would have told me to follow my dreams and guided me in the direction of achieving them. I would have given anything for him to say that he was proud of me or that he wanted to know more about my personal life, but he never did. He was just happy that I was happy, even though I never really was. When I started writing, for real, not just on a whim, back in August, I had secretly hoped that my father would get on my website and start reading. He has access to the internet, I thought, and I'm pretty sure he knows my name, so why wouldn't he be a little bit curious as to what I'm all about? Turns out, that was a really. It's no secret that I'm not profiting very much, yet, in my new role as a wannabe writer, and I'm well aware of the learning curves up ahead in order for me to become one that does. But I'm doing it, and I'm working very hard at doing it well even if he never finds out. Maybe I would have tried sooner with a little support and guidance from the one man I've spent my life trying to impress. Maybe I would have pushed myself harder had I thought he believed that I could actually make it happen. Maybe one day, he'll surprise me and show an interest in the person I've become. Maybe. There are two people in this world who can make or break you as a person. You look to them for approval, support, encouragement, advice and an unconditional love that knows no bounds. But the Father, He is, often, the one who holds the key that unlocks all the doors that keep your fear, worry, and self-doubt trapped inside. He has the power to unleash a world of possibility and courageous self-discovery that might otherwise take an eternity to break through. And He gives it to you, when the time is right, in order for you to succeed and find the happiness that He so desperately wants you to have. There is little that a child won't do for a father's love. But what will he do to keep?
Thank you for watching this interesting and informative video. This channel offers motivational, inspirational, valuable and informative videos to soothe, cleanse and inspire your health, mind, body and spirit. You can find a lot of interesting videos on wide range of topics here. Stay tuned and keep watching.